Hello everyone, we are Group 8, the Mavericks, and today we are here to present the project on Manitoba Hydro and its operational challenges in cybersecurity. Um, we are presented by Hemang, Nishi, and Prateek, and we are guided by our Professor J. Moving towards the introduction of Manitoba Hydro. Uh, Manitoba Hydro is a government-owned crown corporation which was established in 1961, which mainly serves the energy sector to the Manitobians. That includes the residential, commercial, and industrial sector of Manitoba. Um, Manitoba Hydro uh, merge the renewable and non-renewable resources, mainly rivers, and this also includes the uh, major Churchill Falls, as well as the wind and thermal energy sector. Manitoba Hydro, being governed by the provincial government, it plays a crucial role in supporting the Manitoba's economic growth as well as its provincial growth. Moving towards the operational challenges in cybersecurity to Manitoba Hydro, Manitoba Hydro as a utility sector faces many specific operational challenges in cybersecurity. Um, the vital infrastructure heavily relies on computer networks and IT based networks. So it's always vulnerable to the cybersecurity threats such as the targeted attacks, ransom, phishing, malware, and many others. If the cyber attack is successful, then this may result in operational disruptions, financial losses, as well as grid security to the data. Um, the most recent example for the cyber attack uh, was on April 13th, which was uh, which was on Quebec, Hydro Quebec of this year, which raised industrial concerns. Moving towards the next slide, um, the report published in 2019 by the Canadian government says that power generation sector is the third major sector which has threats through cybersecurity. The next slide will be taken by Prateek.
Okay. So thank you, Nishi. So Nishi has explained us about the cybersecurity issues faced by the Manitoba Hydro. So I'm here to propose the technological solutions which can help us to prevent this attacks. Yeah. So starting with the first solution is a network segmentation. So network segmentation is a process where huge networks are subdivided into smaller networks, and crucial information can be stored in those smaller networks and can be isolated, so that if there is any kind of an attack, it would be very difficult for an attacker to get into the crucial informations. So this basically helps in preventing the spread of cyber threats into the system. So the next solution, what we are proposing is multi-factor authentication. So multi-factor authentication, as the name suggests, is a process where it asks the users to prove their identity using various identifications. To name few, there are passwords. It can be protected using fingerprints. It can be protected using tokens. So this helps in adding multiple layers into the system, so that if one of the authentication is being compromised, the other layers would help to prevent any third party to access the data. So the third solution that we have proposed is encryption. So encryption is a process where the informations are encoded, and these informations can be accessed by the authorized party having appropriate description key. So this can be used when the data is in storage as well as when the data is in transit. So only the party having a appropriate description key will be able to access the data. Other than those, none can access this data. So among these three things, which one has to be which one we are proposing to be selected for the Manitoba Hydro? So Manitoba Hydro, as per our suggestion, we recommend to implement all three of these solutions. Yeah. So, Hemang, can you just change the slide, please? Yeah. So over here, we are suggesting to have all three solutions implemented. So getting to the first one, network segmentation. Since Manitoba Hydro is having a network system with crucial important infrastructures and system, uh, having a network segmentation implemented will help them to isolate their crucial informations and would help them in case of any cyber attacks, that the attack won't spread a lot and it would be prevented into a smaller system. This would help them to avoid any spread of those threats. The second thing is a multi-factor authentication. Since Manitoba Hydro manages various access points and it also has a multiple user login, it has to have a multiple factor authentication, because since if one of the authentication is been compromised, for example, if the password is compromised, yet the system will ask for another identification such as their biometrics or a token, for example, a SMS to their cell phone, which will help the system to prevent any access of the third party into the system. And coming to the third one, that's encryption. Since Manitoba Hydro has a lot of sensitive data such as customers informations and proprietary data, having encryption will help them that no other party can access to this information. Only the party which has appropriate description key have an access to this information. So yeah, so having all these three security system implemented will help the Manitoba Hydro to have a robust solution for their cyber crimes and to avoid their cyber crimes in the future. So yeah, so forward will be taken by Mr. Hemang.
Thank you, Pratik. So I'll be talking about the timeline and implementation. So as Pratik says, there are different stages and we have to implement on this system, and it's a lengthy process and it will take some time to implement this project on the Manitoba Hydro. So the initial assessment will take 1 to 2 weeks. It can take more. Uh, for the encryption, it will take 4 to 6 weeks. For multi-factor authentication, it will take more than 4 to 8 weeks, and that network segment will be around 6 to 10 weeks. And every year they will need some maintenance updates, sometime maybe in 6 months or sometime in 1 year. So moving toward with the uh, ROI. So for return on investment, every company need their invested money back. So recently there was one incident when IBM faced an uh, cyber attack, and it cost them $4 billion uh, from their revenue, and it is a huge amount. So for our ROI, the Manitoba need to invest $9 million. That is their 0.3 to 0.5% of their the annual revenue. From the This annual revenue is taken from the last year data, and for the recovery period it will take around 5 years. And also this proposed cybersecurity solution will help them financially uh, prevent the losses from the attacks, ransom payments, and the compensation they have to pay to the consumers. From this, they will have benefits of customer trust, loyalty, and they will they will get more connection to the strong business and the partners, the government agencies. And for keeping this system up to date and making it work the better, they will need to invest $50,000 every year for on maintenance and the regular updates. These are the references we have, and thank you.